Good evening. Welcome to Craft Night. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I know there are heaps of you who have RSVP'd for this evening for Craft Night, so I'm looking forward to seeing you all and hanging out with you this evening to make a project. It's going to be heaps of fun. I haven't done this in so long. And I always see a comment already which made me laugh. Tanya is already organised. She's got her iPad on charge to make sure it doesn't go flat while she's streaming the live video tonight to watch, which is really cool. I've got a banner across the screen this evening. I thought I'd put that up straight away. I'll turn that off shortly because I just want to let you know the last opportunity ends tonight for the Midweek 10 promo. If you don't know what Midweek 10 is, you're not on my email list. So if you're on my email list, you would have got an email each Wednesday this month with a special $10 offer every Wednesday that's only available for Wednesday, and then it goes away at midnight. And the offer for today is, I have got my stencils here, is Tim Holtz stencils are $10. In fact, some of them are $10, some of them are $9. It just depends. So you can save up to 50% on the Tim Holtz stencils that I have, and the link is there in the comments. Also, the link is the coupon code is in the comments. So if this promo is news to you, then it's available till midnight tonight, and then it goes away. It's been a special promo we've been doing every Wednesday for August to my email list. So I encourage you to jump on the website and join my email list if you place an order and grab yourself some stencils tonight for up to 50% off. And then make sure you leave that little box checked at checkout that you want to receive news and offers and stay updated from me. Then that means you'll be on my email list after that. So that's tonight. Ends tonight is the Tim Holtz stencils. Some of them are $10 and some of them are $9. It just depends which ones you get, like from what range. But the coupon code you need there is also in the comments. And once you add that coupon code to your cart, then it will drop the price of each of them down to $10 or less. So you save up to 50%. So I thought I'd quickly tell you that tonight in case you didn't get the email this morning or you haven't seen it and all sorts of stuff. That ends this evening. So I'll take that little banner off. So it's not there anymore. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Say hey, let me know where you're watching from. We're going to make a project together. Do I know what I'm making? Not really. This is one of the things I love about Craft Night. It's a bit stressful, I must say, because it's a bit of pressure. Just getting together a bunch of stuff that I want to use and then, seeing what happens with it. It usually works out incredibly well because of all the helpful comments you guys have for me as well, which means we get to do the project together. The finished product's always a bit of a collaboration with you guys who are watching, which is really cool. Also in the comments there, if you wanted to know, if you want to see, I've got a link there to the papers I'm using tonight and to the postcards I'm using tonight. This is the Monet postcard series. So these are ephemera postcards and they've got Monet pieces of artwork on them. They're really beautiful. I'm using those tonight. I wanted to use a new pattern paper set called Daisy Chains. I'm using that tonight. I love these colors. This has been really popular too. So I've ordered some more from my supplier because I'm a bit worried they're actually going to sell out in the not too distant future because you guys have really been enjoying these papers. So I'm using those tonight. I also pulled out, just in case I was in the mood, I'm not sure yet, is my sticker set called Floral Bathing, which is just a cute, adorable, perfectly floral spring-inspired sticker set. So I've got that sticker set out. Undecided yet if I'm going to use it. And I got some book pages from an ephemera pack. So from one of my vintage ephemera packs, I pulled out some old book pages and I'm going to use some of those. I've started using some here. I'll show you what I was doing because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it on the project, but I was just playing around with it. Hello. Nice to see you, Annette. Thanks for joining. All good. You might have a project you want to do while we craft, or you can just watch, grab yourself a cup of tea and just chat in the comments amongst yourselves and chat to me and we'll catch up. Or pull out a project if you're sitting in a craft space or some fussy cutting. Pat, a long-time customer who hasn't been very well for several months, so I don't see Pat very often online anymore. She's a fussy cutting queen. So if we ever jumped on Craft Live on a craft night, she would always have her scissors out and something to fussy cut. So if you are watching and you don't have a project to do, but you don't want to sit there doing nothing, grab something to fussy cut and do that. You'll be so glad you did when you come back to that to do another project that you've got all these beautifully cut things. So this is what I was playing with earlier before I started the video. I was wanted to do, I feel like I was writing a ransom note actually, which felt a bit creepy, but I wanted to use some of the book pages and cut out just some random words and put them here on one of the Daisy Chains papers, just in like the journaling section. I actually think it's really cute. I don't know whether I'll cut that block out and use it as a title or journal underneath and keep it. I'm not sure yet. I may not even use it, but I think it's turning out really nice. I actually really quite like it. So I just cut out some random words from the book pages. The book pages I happen to have are 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, which is pretty funny. So I've got Lost in Thoughts, all bearing on, I cast a look, wonders spread before them, where it is warm, they're special and most remarkable of these. So just random sayings from a book page, but I actually quite love how I think it's turning out really well. That's the little potential side project. Not sure if that's going to make it onto this layout. We will see. Yeah, it's cute. And hey, why not grab an old book page out and pick some random words and write yourself a little ransom note too. So I've got my collage journal out. I want to use my collage journal, and I've already selected the page because I feel that with the dark book pages that I may use already and some of the warm colors in the Daisy Chains pattern papers, I didn't want a dark background as well, so I want white. I want to really pull the daisy color out. So I'm going with white background, and just because obviously all the florals as well, all the really pretty, beautiful Monet pieces of artwork as well, then I think white is just a great background to have. I'm going to use some new sticky dots as well. These sticky dots are little 3D ones. They're tiny. Perfect for little bits of 3D mounting. These are actually a bonus coming in the September subscription box. So if you're a Turtle Treasure Box subscriber, these are a freebie little bonus coming in September as a subscriber. Or if you become a subscriber as well, then you also get these little sticky dots in your subscription box for September too. This is the hardest part when you do a project. Like, what do we start with? I'm going to actually start fussy cutting. I feel like that's the safe option to start with, and then decide what I want to use and not use, and what's important, not important. So I'm actually going to fussy cut first a little bit, and then see where it takes us. Hey, how has everybody's day been today? It was actually lovely and warm here in Adelaide outside in the sunshine. Alas, I was indoors at my desk all day, so the sunshine, I didn't really get the benefit of the sunshine. How cold is it indoors this time of year? Like, even if the sun's outside, inside is freezing. But I hope everybody else had a lovely day, whether you are at work today or day off or crafting away. Anybody do anything special? I think I'll cut the gentleman out of this. It feels a bit mean, but I just want to use this really pretty silhouette. I might keep the edge at the bottom. I feel like once I've taken that off, then I'm committed to it'll be gone then. So that might come in handy at the edge there at the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm going to flip between trying to show you guys how this looks. I know it's bizarre upside down. Actually might be probably a way. I'd probably flip the camera so it shows you the right way around rather than being upside down. I should look at that one time. Yeah, I might leave her just like that for the moment. And now we just need some. This is where I need a craft punch. I can't believe I haven't got a craft punch. What do I want to do? I'm going to just cut the whole section, I think. I used to have a huge collection of craft punches way back in the day, and then I got rid of them all. I think I sold them all. I've never gone back to collecting them again, but a craft punch would be quite useful right now. Oh, nice. The junk journal, Tanya. Oh, that's a beautiful present. That's so cute. Will it be all decorated? Like, will you have things in there of like photos of her or memories that you have had with her? Or is it going to be something that she can, scribble in and collect pieces of paper and photos and stick them in herself? Like, is it the shell of a journal, or is it like a completed little memory gift that you're putting together for her? And I'm glad Pat's not here. She would disapprove of my fussy cutting skills. My goodness. It's another thing I feel like I need to invest in, a really good pair of scissors. Like a really nice pair of scissors. These ones are just regular sort of craft scissors, but isn't it though the way it goes, if you have a really incredible pair of scissors, invariably somebody or many people in your household end up commandeering them? Like, do you ever end up with them where you left them? That's what I'm worried about. Let's go straight down there. Okay. That is cute. Oh, it's went miserable in it. Oh, that's so exciting, isn't it? Anything at all. That's a good thing with journaling. Whatever you sort of feel in the mood to do, and then go back and fix it up or redo it or change it up if you're not happy with it. Oh, that's so great. Oh, relaxing so much. But it's wet and miserable where you are. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. Oh, you're feeling average. Wendy really had a run of bad health and things the last several months, haven't you? Oh, wow, Tanya. Oh, you mermaids, unicorns, and fairies and ballet. That sounds beautiful. Oh, that sounds incredible. I bet your daughter did love that. I'm not surprised. That sounds really, really special. Okay, this is a start. Should I just keep cutting? I'm so out of practice of doing this with you guys on live. I'm like, what do I want to do next? I think I'll cut this next. I'm going to use this. Let's cut this lace border. Can't go wrong with a lace border. Let's keep that. I got an email a couple of days ago from Deb, one of the brand creators for the Turtle Journal, and she sent through some photos using this pattern paper pack. And they're stunning. She's so talented, so I'll have to pop those on the website. I might have put one on the website, actually, on the page where you can buy these papers. I can't remember. I feel like I did add one in today. She takes such good photos, and she makes these papers look really, really beautiful. All right, I won't fussy cut too much more. It's just so time consuming now. I realize this is potentially the most boring thing to watch is me trying to fussy cut anyway. I'm not doing a great job. Okay. Oh, hidden paper clips and little tuck spots. That's adorable. I should love it, Tanya. That sounds really cute. That's so nice that you put so much thought. That is such a thoughtful gift. All right. I'm going to start with, because I've got my stencils out, and this will just, maybe this will just give us off to the start. Let's do some stencil. Let's do some floral stencil-y details. I may end up covering all these up. This one thing which is great about, this is fun about paper crafting in there, is you just evolves. It evolves, is that the right word? It just evolves as you go along. So I'm going to start out with a flower here in the middle. Let's do a flower here on the stencil with my what color is this? Shaded lilac and my blending brush. But it may cover it up as well. You could absolutely be far more particular. Like you could use some masking tape to hold this stencil down, but it's just blending. This is not like I'm not doing, I'm not drawing the design with a black pen or anything like that, or using any sort of, fine detail work. It's just blending ink. So I feel like it's probably okay just to hold it down. Just try and be more heavy-handed in the middle of the flower versus the edge. That's cute. I think that looks nice when you do a little blended background. That's always going to turn out well. All right, let's do another one. Move this corner. I don't get my stencils out nearly as often as I should. I was saying before about I wish I had some craft punches that I used to have and then sold, or a decent pair of scissors. And then there's other stuff that I just never grab out. Like how funny is that? Hey, we sort of collect things and then we use them for a little while and then sometimes they just get put away and I forget that I even have them. So if you have a stencil at home that you haven't used in a little while, then this is your sign to go and use it on your next project. I hope this isn't shaking everything too much. Realizing it's maybe shaking everything. Oh, Mod Podge. Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds exciting, Wendy. I love textures. Textures are so good. I love textures because I obviously just use textures with paper or stickers. But actually using Mod Podge and textures and texture paste, I don't do as often as I reckon I'd love it if I actually did it more often. I think it just adds something. It adds so much dimension and interest to a project using textures. So texture paste with a stencil, it sounds messy. It sounds a little messy, but I bet it looks phenomenal. The good thing with the stencil too is you can flip it. So like if you need, I want the solid edge here for the corner to sit in the corner. So I'll just turn it this way and then voila, that little flower is now facing the right way I need it to face. Okay. All right, let's leave it at that for the moment. This is a good start. It's a good base, and then I'll see how we go and whether I end up covering it all up or keeping some of it exposed. Let's see how it evolves from there. Okay, not going to stick anything down yet, but potentially that will go there, I think. Let's see how we go. One thing with the collage journal, which is really great, is you've got these pre-decorated elements on all the pages. There's a different look at this one. How cute is that? That's with the little, look at him. Here's me, the most adorable gnome. They've got the little pre-decorated elements on it. How cute is that little gnome? I love that. I need to do something with this page. I just love that mottled marbly color. Is with the pre-decorated layout, it gives you a start. Like it kind of gives you a bit of a guide if you feel like the overwhelming sense of a blank page is too much, because you can just cover it up, or you can start to focus in on the one area first and build on kind of what's already there. I'm excited. I'm excited too, Wendy. That sounds like a really serious accomplishment if that works out. I think I'm going to use this. I have to keep this close by. I love how that turned out when I was playing with it earlier. I think I'm going to use that. Let's keep it there. I'll forget I even have it. What else do we have here? Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That's very spring, with sunshine and everything. Yeah, the shadowing. Yeah, it does turn out, doesn't it? That blending with the ink and the stencil is so cute. That I'm going to use that side, and I'm going to rip it. And since I've got the ink out anyway, I'm going to just color up the edge a bit, especially because it's got that purple color ink. That's really pretty. So depending which way you tear the paper, you get a different edge. Hey, so if you tear it like I just tore it, then I get the white there exposed where I can ink. But if I tore it like that, just then I think, didn't I? I don't remember. But if I tore it this way, no, that way. Yeah. Then if I tore it that way, it gives me the white edge on this part. But if you don't like the white edge, then you could use this side instead. So tearing paper, I think, is really underrated. It's an actual technique. It's not a high-tech one, but it's definitely a technique. Okay, that's cute. I need to do something with this. It needs to be mounted. It needs a backing to it. That's really pretty. I need to keep that. So it's probably a bit big. Let's make it a little smaller. Do I want my trimmer out? I didn't make room for my trimmer. Let me go over here. Oh, the dramas of this trimmer that I think I complained to you about last time I was on a live, a Fiskars trimmer. I then found out it was on clearance at Spotlight, and it made me think, yeah, of course it is, because it's been the worst trimmer I have ever owned. It's terrible. It like folds papers. Things fold on the edge instead of cutting. Anyway, I complained about this, I think, last time I was on with you guys, so I probably didn't complain about it all over again. So good at it. You'll be all of these ideas running through your head, ready for the next time you've got some time to sit down and do a project. All right, I like that there. That just makes sense. I feel like this is going to come together in a very simple way. She also makes sense. I'm not sure if right there, or if I want to keep the edge that we just inked, maybe like that. Oh, that's a bit cute. Now I feel like there's a story coming together now that we're doing this. I get so chuffed with the result when I do this with you guys on a live, and I potentially congratulate myself too much that I'm so happy with the result. And you guys absolutely rescue so many parts of a project when we catch up on a live, because it invariably goes off the rails. Let's ink this as well now that the ink is here. I better not ink it too heavily though, because the white is important. I'm like, the reason I wanted the daisies and this white background is because of the white flowers. So I don't want to mute them too much. That may go there, it may not sure yet. This needs something behind it. And I don't know yet whether I will use the back of a postcard. That's a bit dull, that colour. It's not going to really jump out. Or front of a postcard. Not sure about that. I have trimmed it down so I can literally go back to another piece of paper that's maybe got a bit more of a dynamic edge. Oh, maybe actually, here we go. The book page. That's what I'll do. Yeah, let's use a book page. And I will, it's covering the words like perfectly. Do I want it to cover the words? No, I think, yes, I think I want to use just the, yeah, I'm just going to use the edge. It's a good saying, 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. It does feel like that sometimes, doesn't it? Especially if you're wrangling like this liquid glue, my dear beloved liquid glue from Germany that cost an arm and a leg. Like I have a pin in here to help keep it like unclogged so it doesn't completely seize up. But I mean, I want to throw that against the wall more often than I feel like it actually does what it's meant to do. I think I need a piece of white between. I feel like this is a little flat. Just need, there's something else that needs something else going on. Do I want some darker green? Let's have a look. No, that's really lost. Yeah, I think the white's really pretty. I'm just going to use the back of something. It's the back of this one I tore up before. It's not big enough. I'll just use the back of one that I'm not going to use. Okay, let's stick this down. And sometimes I'll use my double-sided tape, and then other times I just get a glue stick. I love a glue stick, cheap, regular school craft glue stick. It's just quick, easy. You can do it on a scrap piece of paper and get right to the edges. You don't have to worry about nozzles clogging up. craft glue, like just a glue stick, can stick so many different things down. It can honestly, for me, in the type of crafting I do, for doing a lot of journaling and junk journaling and planning, a glue stick does me for most things. Oh, whoops. Oops. Never fear. Here we go. I've got a little my little bin sitting here on my desk. This is not groundbreaking news by any means, but I have my journals all lined up. But you know, when you have a pile of books and things lined up, they get a little wobbly. This is a pot plant. This is my favorite bin in the world for crafting. You can't knock it over on your desk or your workspace. It's solid. It's like solid ceramic. It sits there and holds everything in place. And it's perfect. I love using like regular household things in your craft room, like having a special little bin or a fancy little craft bin. One, they cost a fortune, and then I don't know that they sort of, I mean, it's just a bin, but when you sort of find something else to use instead, if you sort of cobble around the house and find something else instead, like a ceramic pot plant, suddenly I think this is perfect. It's sturdy, it holds all my journals lined up. It's not going to knock over. I could chuck anything in it. It's not going anywhere. I love it. I know, Wendy, I'm so conflicted. I was thinking that today. I'm like, do I get my stickles out? I don't know. I mean, I think I have to. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure it will be a finished project without my stickles at the end. So I feel like I probably have to, but I might have to go for the classic diamond one. So let's just get it out so it's ready. I did think that today. I thought, can I do this project without stickles? And I don't think it's possible. I need my trimmer again. Oh my goodness. Yes, they are. So true, Tanya. Agreed. Hey, we are all on the same page for that for sure. All right, that is better already with the white. It's a bit tricky to see because of the white, the ivory sort of background, but now that we're going to put it onto the book paper, I think that's a much better. That lifts that whole pattern paper far more. It also draws your attention much more to those daisies. So I think I really like that. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to stick this down. Committed. Let's do that part. And I will use my double-sided tape. I'm a bit worried with the glue stick on that old book pages. I don't want the glue to disintegrate it too much. You have to take a bit of care when you use ephemera, hey, in your projects. If you're using genuine vintage ephemera of some description, postcards, papers, really pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Fussy cut elements that you find in a book or something, an old book that you want to salvage rather than the whole book going to landfill or something. You have to be really cautious with the adhesives, I find. They can be pretty harsh on old pages. A rainbow paper bag. That does sound perfect. 3D printed? Oh my goodness. He's clever. That sounds like he is fully supportive of your paper crafting dreams. That's so good. I'm going to tear the bottom of this instead of cutting it. Yeah. Good. Actually, I'm not sure I like the torn. Don't know if I like it torn. Let's salvage that. I don't actually like that torn edge now I've done it. I was sure I would, and now I actually really don't. I'm just going to stick some back on the bottom. Let's fix it up. Whoops. Okay, and I'll carefully cut that with the trimmer. No, I won't. I'm just worried that trimmer is going to rip this straight off. I'm going to even more carefully cut it in not a straight line with my scissors. Yeah, that trimmer would have just pulled that little delicate glued edge right off. There we go. Okay, salvaged. Perfect. Yeah, that's better. Looks nicer when it's clean sharp edge, I think. The stencil actually works really well in the background, Wendy. You're right. I think that's coming together nicely, having that stenciled background. I'm going to stick this down and leave the edge just not quite glued exactly everywhere in case I want to tuck some things under it. So let's just put a bit of glue in the middle and then put it in the center. Then if I decide I want some stickers under the edge, because I really have that's one thing. That's why I've got the stickers out, my floral bathing ones. I was a bit concerned I'm lacking in stickers this evening. Maybe I want to tuck a sticker under the edge, but these are probably too dynamic, like too much like I want to be the center of attention type stickers. I don't know that any of them will blend into the background enough actually to use, but let's continue on. I like that in the center. I'm going to put that in the center of the page, right on the bottom there. So on the edge, let's do that. So let's fold that and make that part of the center. That'll help bring these daisy designs to the other side. So let's do that and tuck that in there, right on the edge there. If you're sticking something in the spine, try and have your journal as far as possible so that when you close it, you're not you close the spine, but then when you open it again, you're not going to pull it and probably do gluing a bit more carefully, but that's pretty good. Yep, I like that in the middle. Okay. Getting somewhere pretty quick. This is going to come together pretty fast. Mind you, it is already 22. Like I have it always feels like on a craft night with you guys that I've been talking to you and hanging out for like 15 minutes and it's been nearly 40. So time flies for sure. I too have my laptop plugged in, Tanya. I know last time I think I was on a live with you guys, I didn't have it plugged in on charge and it barely made it to the end of the hour. Must be because I'm connected to the internet and I'm streaming a video. The battery was tanking. So mine's plugged in as well. Hope your laptop, your iPad is still going strong. Thank you, Annette. It's a work in progress. It's so fun. It's always fun to create something. Sorry, I can't even think and talk at the same time. No, I think I like her over this side. I'm actually not sure about that lace border anymore. Let's put it in the maybe pile, but I want this with, we need to use this before I, 50%, so just going to make it, Tanya. I need to get this out before I forget it's there. Let's cut the edge of it here around the scallop detail. And straight down the border. I guess I should start off by cutting the whole thing out, because I can always take more off, hey, which is trickier to repair it. Again, I should probably be using my trimmer, but never mind. Freestyling it. Okay. I quite like that. the whole length of it. She needs to be 3D mounted, doesn't she? That's what she needs. I knew there was something she needs. I can't just stick her straight on top of here. She needs to be on a 3D mount. She needs to be lifted up. Let's put that there for a minute. Okay, let's stick her down. I'll use these 3D dots. Where am I going to stick her, though? Do I stick her? What do you think, everyone? Do I stick her, like I like this square edge. I want to keep the edge of her. Do I stick her? I'll turn it up the other way before I put the glue dots on. You can see. Do I put her off the edge of the daisy frame so that she's more in the corner of the paper? Do I put her like that? Or do I put her right at the edge of the daisy sort of page bit? Or do I move her up further? Like more like oh, that's quite pretty. Centered. It looks different when I look on the camera. The camera looks different looking on the camera than it does to me here. Or do I put her centered in the piece? So what do you think? Does she need to go in the bottom corner of the page, or maybe like halfway up the page, or in the center? Like, where are we going to put her? Bottom, middle, or center? What do you think? Let me know. Leave me a comment and I'll stick all the little glue dots on, and you can let me know where you think she should stick. Oops. These are super sticky. I'm so glad. With 3D dots, it's nothing worse than 3D dots that don't adhere at all. You sort of feel like you might as well have just stuck it down with glue if the 3D dot is like not very sticky. Yes, okay. Wendy centered. Oh, Annette centered. Bottom. Tanya, one dissenting person. There's so many options, hey? Like, you're going to get, like, what's the word? Paralysis analysis. Like, that's, yeah, like when you get procrastination, it's just too many things you can do. How many dots do I need? This is probably overkill. Yeah, okay, it's definitely overkill. I don't think I need that many. Now I'm going to take all the back of them off. All right. Okay, it looks like if there's a vote, she's going centered. Oh, okay. Nearly there. Two more. Right. Centered cheese. I'll do it upside down. Yes, I'll do it upside down. Yeah. She's beautiful. 3D looks perfect. That works really well. Very pretty. Okay, that's cute. I like that. I'm very glad I did the stenciling. It's like a little last minute addition to grab that out. That worked out well. I'm potentially ready to stick the rest of that down, I think. Let me just make sure there's not any of these I want to use. No, I don't think the colours are right. I'm going to mess with my white daisy, I think. Bring in too many other spring colours. Okay. Maybe it could go. Should I use the postcard size? Let's cut a postcard bit out. Got a little stamp in the corner, a little turtle journal stamp. Yeah, that's cute. And no, I don't want that white edge. I want the edge, but I don't want the edge. I want some more green. I need some more green, that's what I need. There's some really green ones. Okay, that's really green. I do want the white edge. Oh, it can't go past white paper, hey. White cardstock, white paper. It's just so handy for everything. Yeah. What do I call this layout? Is it the words on this from the book page I use aren't poetry, but the way I've arranged the words here from the book page, you could say it's a poem, or you could write a poem from it. What do I call this layout? We give it a title, and I need to date it. Fiona's always reminding me to make sure I put dates on things. I rarely do, and then I inevitably regret not putting a date on something. And Fiona's not here to remind me, so I remember to put a date on this layout when it's done. I'm going to do it to be tricky. I'm gonna cut out the edge here, and I'm going to tuck it under. That's what I'm going to do. I've got my scalpel. I got a new scalpel, a Fiskars one. And I'm complaining about the Fiskars trimmer, but I got the Fiskars blade scalpel, and I love this. This is so good. This is good. This is a good tool. Trimmer, not so much, but this is. A date stamp. I haven't got a date stamp. This is I'm part of my PTSD. It's not that's the wrong term. It's a bit strong. Is like my stamps. I used to have so many stamps, then I sold them, and I have this fear that if I get any stamps back, they'll multiply. I have a fear that if I start getting stamps again, even a stamp, then within weeks I will be back to a full-on stamp collector. That's my concern, Tanya. But a date stamp is like totally reasonable. Absolutely a reasonable stamp to have. This is such a good blade. Oh, I've got my little rotary blade too. Now I'm looking up on my tools from Japan. I should have grabbed that out, but I haven't quite mastered that blade, unfortunately. So, oh, that's nice and clean. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. That can be stuck on there like that. But I don't think I'll use the whole width. Let's do that. Let's just add a little purple to the edge of that white before I stick it down. Not too much. Don't want to kill that white edge completely. Okay, great. Stick this down, and then I'm going to use my little Turtle Journal postcard stamp as well. Tape. This is tape. Sort of makes a bit of a feature of it, doesn't it, Wendy, without doing too much else to it. Just like tucking it under the little edge of something. And this paper, like when you've got lots of patterns in a paper, it sort of cries out for being cut and tucked under. And I'm sure this has a term. I feel like doing this has a technical term. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. Oh, I've covered up one of the words. Oh, that's okay. Only a tiny bit. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. Okay. It's pretty cute. I'm a bit proud of. I like that. You start off with like a book page and start cutting some words out, and it's evolving. That's really cute. I like that. All right, let's put our little Turtle Journal postcard stamp in the corner there, but not 3D mounted. I feel like not 3D mounted, just flat. You can go. But I could 3D mount this, couldn't I? Like I could lift. Let's do it. See if I leave it like that. Let's lift that up a bit and see if it's a goer. I don't know if I'll be able to take this off actually. If I do this, I might be committed. Oh, whoops. I'm going to put that far enough under we can't see it, Rachel. Let's see if that. Okay. I'm sticking. Okay, you can't really tell. You can sort of tell. Could curl those edges up too. Could absolutely sort of curl those. But then obviously that makes it trickier to close your journal. That would be if you were doing it on the front of a card. You could curl them up. But I think closing my journal will quickly flatten those. But I don't mind that. A little bit raised like that. That's a bit cute. All right, that's definitely going to go on this page here. I'm going to, let's cut it straight. All right, cut that pretty, oh, what is that? That's from before. That's cut pretty close to those edges. I don't think I want it much bigger than that. Feels like a substantial element. I hope it's not overpowering our Monet lady. A bit worried it's a bit too same. I think it needs to be sort of anchored in the daisies there in the bottom. But I am a bit worried I'm going to gut around it. I'm a bit worried that's just too similar. It's just not, feels like it's just, yeah, not quite blending. Let's change the shape. Feels a bit clunky. My messy cutting. Yeah, I wondered that, Annette, whether I should tuck it under the daisies. I like it now it's smaller. I should have not glued all the daisies quite down properly, hey? Left the edge of those sitting up a bit. Yeah, that might work. All right, let me turn it around you can sort of see it a bit better. Yes, that's a good idea now. I think the square edge of it all is just too stark for me. It feels too similar to the other side. I'm going to be tricky. I'm going to stick part of it under the daisy. So let's do one little bit of daisy at the top there is going to sit at the back, but then these two ones here more at the front will go over the top. I like that idea. Let's do that, Annette. So I'm just going to stick it with glue. It's just easier since it's kind of in the right spot. Now let's do it a bit proper. Let's be a bit more polished. A bit more polished. Okay. So under the two daisies at the front in the foreground, but over the daisy, I can't tuck that in under any further. I have to rip that off. But so this is like mid-ground. I know there's a word for it. The daisy at the back up here in the background, and then these two daisies here in the foreground. I think that works. That definitely works. Great idea. And these ones I will stick flat. This daisy here is 3D, but I think I'm just going to re-glue those ones back down flat. And this one here at the back here that's sort of lifted up a bit, and let's make that one flat. There we go. Now I'm getting scrappy. Time goes on. There we go. Okay, yeah, totally. That definitely works. I'm happy with that. That's cute. All right, let me have a rummage just to see. I don't know that I want to cover that purple up, actually. Oh, that works. Now that frame does work at the top there now. Okay, easy done. All right, let's put the frame at the top. That lace frame works now. Now we've got more going on. Okay. It has to have stickles. It's just crying out for some sparkly something. It really is. Just unless I use some more book pages, but that's going to make it warmer. It's gonna dull those whites rather than lift them out. And I'm 99% sure this sticker set is just not going to work for me with the colors unless I'm really selective. That one just has pinks in it. Let's take one off and and tempt fate. No, don't like it. Oh, easy? Okay, that's a no. I'd like a bit of green, I think, poking out the top here. And I think I'll keep it straight edge. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll cut it. Let's see what greens here. They're sort of like this sort of green. Let me cut this one out and maybe I might flip it and add that to the top. I'm not convinced exactly yet, but I think I'll like it. What am I calling this layout? Purples or green bits? Like put the stickles on some purple and green. Do you mean? Oh, like on the, do you mean on the blended parts, Wendy? I should put some stickles on the blended parts in the background. I hadn't thought of that. It's a very fiddly piece of greenery. But I like the concept. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be happy with how this turns out. Let's cut this pink flower off the end here. No, we don't need that pink flower. But let's cut this other one off too. And just have the white one. Okay. I think that will work. Just cutting is terrible. I thought that's probably, I don't know if I'm making, I think I'm making dog's breakfast of that actually with my fussy cutting. Okay, the idea in my head, I have to go on the top. The idea in my head was better than how it actually turned out, but I'll stick it on the top and it'll be all right. Victorian daisies. Love it. Or use purple or light green stickles. Okay, I have light green. I think I have purple as well, but I could totally use light green. There. Very poor fussy cutting, notwithstanding. That's cute. Right. But I feel like it's done apart from stickles. It's very, this is simple, but I don't know that I want to do much more. I love the title, Victorian Daisies, totally Wendy, we're going to call it that. I don't know that I want to do much more, that it needs much more apart from some stickles. Where am I going to write? I think I should write Victorian Daisies here, shouldn't I, with the date at the bottom? But I think I want to write it under here. I think I will. I think that's where I'm going to put it. I don't know that I want anything else here. Maybe this is like a come back to it and see if something else grabs me. Let's put it just a little more stencil. Let's just do a little more purple maybe. How's that going to hurt? In the top there or on the edge? Let's have a look. We'll do this flower right there. A really dark one. And an edge. No, maybe not an edge. No, not an edge. I think let's do just, yeah, let's just do some purple edging of the whole layout itself rather than the stencil. A bit more purple. Yeah. And a bit here at the bottom. Let's make it heavier here at the bottom, the purple. What can I use? A bit of a mask underneath just to, not there's much going on behind, but just bring some of that purple down the corner. Don't want to, let's stop there. I'm going to overkill with this with the ink. Oh, hang on. I need to do this here. That is too, I think I stuck that crooked. That's probably why I stuck it crooked. Okay. Let's write Victorian Daisies. Oh, let's just stick her down properly first, hey? I never went back and did that. Let me just do that first before. I only ever stuck her in the middle, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Oh, I hope this glue doesn't tear the paper. Please stay stuck. Right, now I'll write the title. Beautiful. Yeah, I like that at the bottom there. Almost done, apart from stickles. Let's do the stickles, and this is finished. I love it. Thanks, guys. And I'm glad I started that. I ended up really liking that and including that. And yeah, I think I could totally even do more of the flowers with some ink if I wanted to, but I'm worried I'm going to start getting a bit too much. But stuff like leaving it at what I feel like is good and then come back to it, hey, tomorrow or something. I feel like it could do with something else. So green, I definitely have green. I have purple, pinky purple, but I'm going to use green sea foam. That's gold. Oh, yeah, green's nice. Good call, Wendy. Good call. When you use stickles, make sure you have some scrap paper handy because you just want to get the flow kind of going before you start applying it willy-nilly on your project. With stickles, it's less is more to begin with, but then I really don't know that you can go wrong, can you? I feel like you really can't go wrong. I love dots. I'm a big fan of dots with stickles because they dry in 3D. I'm a big fan of dots. I need your help. Where am I putting it? Am I putting it in the center of the flowers, but this is green, or am I best off you doing some of the stems? Do you think? I feel like the answer is probably yes, but please let me know what you think. Am I doing the stems? I'm not edging flowers. Am I in green? What do you reckon? A bit of blue. And that little repair work we did before. Okay. Yeah, stems. I think so too. It does make the most sense, doesn't it? I want to start there. Oh. Oh, that's pretty. It looks great from the bottom of the page up. The top, I'd highlight the top corner opposite the lady's hat. That is so descriptive, Tanya. The top corner opposite the lady's hat. The top corner. Do you mean here? I feel like you mean there. Let me know if you mean there, Tanya. I feel like that's a yes. Let me know if that's what you mean, because if you do, I concur. I think that's probably what you mean. I love the stems at the bottom of the page. Like, can you see that? How pretty do they look growing out from the bottom of they look so good. Near the edge, yes. Gotcha. Gotcha that. Oh, I keep losing it. There we go. Oops. Oh, I'm bumping things. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Too heavy-handed. Be so careful. Oh. Where you put it with stickles. Oh, my goodness. There we go. I fear the end of this green one is getting to the end of its tube. Oh, no. Let me fix this. Right, all fixable. Actually, you just must get rid of all of it. Okay. Let's do it again. And keep my wrist out of it. That's pretty, Tanya. That's really, really beautiful. I love it. Oh, I just did it again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, far out. Maybe I shouldn't put them here. Obviously not meant to be, is it? Goodness me. No, we'll put them again. Third time lucky. Yes. Right, don't touch that part. Okay, try again. Carefully lift it up. All right. They look so cute at the bottom. I love that at the bottom, and that makes perfect sense. Oops, there we go. That makes perfect sense, Tanya, at the top there. That is actually really sparkly. It's a bit tricky to see with the ring light I've got on, but it's really sparkly. And this is upside down for you guys, but it might show you that you can probably see the sparkle a bit more. That's really pretty in that corner. It actually helps my fussy cutting look a whole lot better as well. And yeah, those daisies at the bottom are perfect. I think that's really cute. Good call, guys. That's so pretty. I love it. I don't know that I want to add anything else to it. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Tanya? I agree. I don't know that it needs anything else. I think that's probably a good amount of stickles. If I had purple, I probably would use it because of the background here. Some purple would be nice, but then again, yeah, well, I don't know. It would be, purple would probably be nice as well, but even yellow would be good too. I do have gold, but I don't know that it needs, no, let's do it. Of course it does. Let's add some gold. Why not? Last thing before I go, let's add some gold. And then we'll see if I regret it later. Let's just do the middle of the daisies. Oh, hello, Ruth. Nice to see you. That's okay. We're about to finish and I'll jump off. You'll be able to go back and watch the replay. I think the replay pops up like within 5 minutes or something. It doesn't take long, and then you can go and watch a replay. Nice to see you, Ruth. How have you been? What have you been up to today? I'm going to add some gold into the middle of these daisies, and will I regret it? I don't know, but I'm going to smush them a bit so it's not too 3D. It's really just some glitter accents. It's quite subtle. I maybe regret it. Maybe it's too much. All right. Okay, let's stop. Maybe it's too much. I don't know that I love it, actually. Oh, now I need to get it off. Okay, it looks too messy. Okay, we're going to scrap a bit of paper. Yeah, join in, Ruth, and say hey. If you've got a project to do while you're watching, and some fussy cutting or something to do, if you don't want to do something too, think too hard about, or you could just watch along. We make it as we go along, Ruth. So there's not really any plan when we start. It just starts to evolve. And then at the end, it's always unexpected how the project turns out. And there's always something incredible that you guys help me with the finished product. I love it. Love it, guys. Thank you so much for your help with it. I think I particularly love those daisies at the bottom with the stickles on their stems. I really love that. And I love how this piece here is tucked in over this side. And she does look beautiful on that page there. I don't think it needs anything else for her. Maybe if I had a really tiny adhesive ribbon, maybe that would be a bit cute on her hat or something. Perhaps, do you think? Could maybe just make her even more dynamic. If I had a ribbon, I could maybe put on her like a bow on her waist, like I could glue it, or on her hat. Like that wouldn't be too bulky either when I close my journal. That would be okay, I think. But I don't think it needs anything else. I'll see if I do anything else when I come back to it. But I'm happy with that layout. That's the finished product. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. It does, doesn't it? The green does. I'm glad I took that gold off. I don't like the gold. I thought I would, but maybe there is such a thing as too much stickles after all. Yeah, it does evolve, Ruth. It definitely does. For an hour and 10 minutes. But it'll give you lots of ideas. I hope you come away with lots of fun things you want to try, and it'll give you a bit of inspiration to go and pull some bits and pieces that you've got at home and you want to try something in. Wouldn't it? I think it would too, Ruth. I actually think a bow would look really cute there. I haven't got a bow. Do I have a bow? I don't believe so. I don't even think I've got some fine enough ribbon. I don't even think I've got some very fine ribbon. I think I've only got thick ribbon. I actually have a stick pin. I could put a stick. Oh, what have I got in here? This is not a bow, but oh no, I don't know if any of those would really work. They're keys. I thought I would have like a small. I have a little flower. I wonder if I could use that. Now I'm like scrambling. What else have I got up here? What's in here? Oh, that's a bow. It's a tiny little bow. Little silver bow. Okay, I was absolutely going to do that. I don't even know where that's from. I may have pulled that off like a gift or something. It's a little worse for wear, but Let's do it. Okay, let's stick that on there with liquid glue. And then it's truly done. But I probably need to make it a little smaller. It's okay that it's glittery, I think, but it's a bit worse for wear, this bow, but let's stick that on. Yeah, that's pretty. Or a button. That's a good idea too, Ruth. I haven't got a button handy. I have this pretty flower I could probably snap off here. But it might be too, I don't know if I'll like, that will drive me nuts when I'm writing on the other side of the page. A button would be cute. What have I got on here? I reckon I've got, I don't even know where this ribbon came from. But it was meant to be. That's what it was, Ruth. It was meant to be. Let me find my glossy accent. I need my glossy accent. There we go. Okay. Oh, goodness, dropping things on the floor. All right. Glossy accents will do the job. Oh, I don't want to use that pin. I keep a pin on the side of my glossy accents with some masking tape. I've actually got two here. Goodness knows why I've got two. So I can unclog it when I use it. So when you unclog your glossy accents, put a pin or something in and then like shake it out over a page and squeeze it. But you need the glue to really follow that pin when you pull it out, because often you'll end up pulling the pin out and there still seems to be a plug. If you keep some masking tape on the side of your glossy accents bottle, then you can always unclog it. Yeah, that ribbon is just cute. That's going to be perfect. That is just perfect, Ruth. It's just what it needed. I love that. Okay, those keys aren't going to work. Please keep these bits and pieces lying around. I knew that bow would come in handy one day. Not that I even knew that I still had it. But that's just perfect. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to let this dry and try not to rub the stickles again. Yeah, I love it. Love, love, love it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It was heaps of fun. I really enjoyed catching up with you all. I'll make sure I put another one of these in my diary sooner rather than later too. If I just put the time aside, it will happen rather than me waiting until I sort of think about it. I'll just go ahead and put another one in my diary and then we'll do this again in a few weeks' time. It'll be good fun. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. It was so nice to see you all. Have a lovely rest of your evening and whatever you're up to tomorrow as well. I'll talk to you later, and I'll talk to say hey if you're in the comments on a replay later, and I'll say hey and thanks for watching as well in the comments. See ya.